everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. So today, we're checking out a game I never expected to enjoy, but here we are. I thought I was just way too masculine and mature to jump into something that looked this cartoony and kid-friendly. But the developers reached out to me and said, hey, just give us a try and let us know what you think. And after 2 full drains of my Quest 3 with Kiwi battery strap, I'm here with a spotlight video for Mythic Realms. Now this has been sponsored by the developers, so I'm just going to give you a basic overview and show off lots of gameplay. But don't sleep on this title, guys. The game actually got me to go touch grass, and there's plenty of really well done mechanics here and lots of replayability. Now Mythic Realms is a fantasy RPG with roguelike elements and some base building. You have a town that you're trying to populate, build up, add new structures to, and keep the population happy. Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to go on these adventure runs, and that's where the roguelike elements kick in, because they're never the same. You might encounter the ability to chop down some trees for extra lumber, or go mining, fishing, because you got to keep those people well fed, or you're going to encounter lots of random enemies and eventually an epic boss fight. Mythic Realms is currently available for the MetaQuest 2 and up, but you'll really want a Quest 3 or Quest 3S to take advantage of one of this game's main components, the augmented reality expeditions. Now, since the major component of this game takes place in augmented reality, I wanted as much space as I can possibly get, and I found it thanks to my backyard, which worked perfect for this game. Now, I do want to pause here before I show off some gameplay and say that it's generally not advised to use your Quest outside. If you put the lens in direct sunlight, you can damage your headset. So I'm not promoting the use of the Quest 3 outside. I'm sure Mythic Realms isn't either, and definitely not meta. But if you're careful about it, you're cautious, you don't take your headset off and leave it in the sun, you should be okay. And it worked out great here.
Little brat punch there. Come on. Going down this time, buddy. Come on, dragon. Let's finish this. Yeah, you're almost dead, buddy. Hell yeah. That is how it's done. That was awesome.
The overall gameplay loop is quite simple, but also fairly addictive. You'll have your very own virtual reality town with its very own retired adventurer who will help you progress throughout the game. The bulk of the action happens in the game's expeditions, which take place in 4 different biomes, separated by multiple levels of difficulty. While on these AR expeditions, there's multiple different mini games for collecting resources, random treasure chests or mini bosses to find, campfires for resting, plus a random merchant or another adventurer who can help you unlock some new skills. Now, sometimes you'll have the option to cut your losses and return to town early before facing the boss, but no matter how each run turns out, you'll eventually return to town and you'll use your gathered treasures to help build up the town, feed the people, and unlock some new abilities. Now, the combat itself is fairly simplistic, but also quite exhausting. You have magic weapons, ranged weapons, and of course melee weapons, and there'll be indicators on the enemies where you need to hit them to do maximum damage. There's no physics, and besides that, you just need to dodge the enemy attacks, which are well choreographed. You'll know when they're going to swing their sword or shoot something at you. The game gives you a few seconds, and basically you just need to keep moving, which gets exhausting. I ran circles around my backyard for quite some time, and that's why I actually moved to the backyard, because I was cutting so many corners and jumping back and forth so quickly. I needed more space. My room is 12 by 22, and I decided that wasn't enough. I want to be able to just like make bigger movements and run around like a madman. So that's one thing to consider about this game. You're probably going to want a good amount of space to play it. It's not mandatory. It just made it a little bit more fun, and the fence and the woods and the grass just worked with the overall aesthetic. Now, I did mention epic bosses, and this is the game's first big bad, the classic fire-breathing red dragon. And that right there was my coverage of Mythic Realms. If you have any additional questions about this game, drop them down in the description and I will do my best to get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. A question for everybody who made it this far. I know my audience is a little bit more mature on average, or closer to my age, which is, you know, the decrepit 40s. And is a game like this just too young for you? Do you not want me to cover these titles? I covered it because I thought it was fun. It surprised me. I thought it had a lot of really cool mechanics and it sucked me in. So I think anyone can enjoy this, but I just want to know your opinion. And that was it, guys. I'll see you all next time.